Hi, Gary here. I'm always trying to find balance in my life, between work and home and different hobbies and things that I do. And I think we all try to find that, and it's very elusive to us. But in particular, with work being a major part of our lives, in those major years between 20 and 60 years old, I think back to World War II when the Greatest Generation came out of that war, and of course our enemies, Germany and Japan, were decimated, and we ended up having this great ability to manufacture and produce, and we had this work utopia for almost 30 years. It was not normal. People started work in their 20s, they retired by 60 with a gold watch and a great pension. We know that no longer exists. And the interesting part about it, we can pick a company like Kodak. In 1975, they invent a digital camera. And by 1996, they have 140,000 employees and over 20 billion market cap. And by 2012, the actual camera that they invented destroyed that company, and they went through bankruptcy, and it with 16,000 employees left. What happened? Well, what happened is the old model of the corporation and the globalization and the change that has taken place with the microchip really has changed the way we look at a corporation. But not only the corporation that we know of as this entity and body out there, but also us. And I like to use the term as we're a corporation of one, us out there actively working. So the value we bring to the world, we get back. A quick story. I met Bob about 8-9 years ago, and he had been working for the same company for 25 years and got outsourced. He was devastated. He had done everything that the company had asked, spent 60-70 hours a week working, and was very good at what he did. But he became a number on a page, and things changed, and he got outsourced. And as I was sitting down with him, I gave him a little analogy to what I thought would happen with him over the next 10 years, because that's how long he wanted to work. I said, think of the Hollywood model approach to doing business. What's that about? Well, they select a director or a cinematographer and certain actors and actresses for a particular movie, an hour and 40 minutes long. This project will last 12 to 24 months. They'll be bringing in all sorts of folks from different places to do this project, and at the end of that time, the movie's put out there, it makes millions or even up to $1 billion, and then it's over. And they fly off to the winds, and then they reassemble at other movies and other projects, and they might have 20 or 30 of these gigs over their lifetime. Now, they get this model very well. It's the value they bring to the world. That's what they receive back in value to them based on this constantly changing model. And I said, I think that's going to happen to you over the next 10 years. In fact, to date, he's now on his 5th job and gets this really well because he's just being hired as a hired gun for a project for 12, 18, 24 months, then on to the next one and the next one and so forth. So what's going on here? Well, what's going on is the world has changed completely. Globalization has made it so that there is no magic job you can go out there and grab, because you might end up in a Kodak corporation, or you might end up in a place where they're not looking for what you need to. There's a really good book by Jim Collins called Good to Great, and in there he talks about a 20-10 test. First part of it is, if you had $20 million, would you do the same things you're doing right now? And the second part, if you only had 10 years to live, similar question, would you stay in the same kind of a job? I'm paraphrasing, but you get the point. If you're not sure where you are, give yourself this test and say, what should I be doing? The second part of this is, how should you be approaching the world? This is not about basically you just doing the same job. You have to upgrade your skills or go into a different profession, or even continue to be a lifelong learner to continue to upgrade and move forward. There was another book by Andy Grove, Only the Paranoid Survive, and he has a paragraph in here, a sentence, about this. I'm going to read it to you. It is this: a corporation is a living organism. It has to continue to shed its skin. Methods have to change. Focus has to change. Values have to change. The sum total of these changes is transformation. And I think Andy Grove hits that on the head. He's basically saying that as the millennials and the baby boomers and the Gen Xers move along, you continue to have to transform what you do over time, because jobs will come and go, corporations will come and go, but you are that one sound entity moving through the world as things change around you to give value out there, and that value is changing as time goes on. It's a very, very important point to remember and thinking of yourself as a corporation of one. Now, we have a new weekly blog. It's been on a couple of months. You might be aware of it, you might not. Basically, we talk about different issues to help you make smart decisions about your money and transitions in life. If you're interested in having signed up, please go ahead and sign up to the link here that we have, and you'll be getting it on every Wednesday. Hope it'll be helpful to you. So until next time, enjoy.